Hello all, hope you all are doing well and good. And in last video we discussed about Article 23, a right against exploitation. And in today's video we are going to discuss about a case which is related to Article 23. The name of the case is PUDR versus Union of India. Now, in this case, issues like laborers not given the minimum remuneration as mentioned in the Minimum Wages Act of 1948, unequal income distribution on the basis of gender were highlighted. In this case, the Supreme Court interpreted the scope of Article 23. The court held that the word force in Article 23 has a very wide meaning. It includes physical force, legal force, and force due to economic factors. Economic factors here means for which a person is forced to provide labor at a wage less than the minimum wage. Now, this was the issue with PUDR as well, with the Asian Construction Worker Company in 1982. So, the first petitioner addressed a letter to Honorable Mr. Justice P.N. Bhagwati complaining the violation of various labor laws by respondents and their agents, seeking interference by the Supreme Court to render justice through a legal action. Now, the Supreme Court treated the letter as a writ petition on the judicial side and it issued a notice to the Union of India. The petitioner informed the fundamental rights and legal rights of the workers engaged in the scheme of Asian Construction Company. Now, the contractor here was giving wages to workers by deducting rupees 1 as a commission at that time. And you must also know that the payment of women were rupees 7 per day, and the payment of men were rupees 8 per day. So there was unequal distribution of income. There was a distribution of income on the basis of gender. Now, under this scheme, the workers were forced to work as bonded laborers, and they were not even paid minimum wages. Now, the Supreme Court treated this letter as a writ under Article 32. Now, Article 32 provide constitutional remedies. So, here you must know that laborers were not given minimum remuneration under PUDR, and a petition was filed in the Supreme Court to Honorable Mr. Justice P.N. Bhagwati complaining of the violation of various labor laws by respondents and other agents seeking interference by the Supreme Court. Now, the Supreme Court treated the letter as a writ petition on the judicial side and issued a notice to the Union of India, and the petitioner informed that the fundamental rights and legal rights of the workers working there were infringed. And now you can see that the contractor was not given equal wages to men and women, and under this scheme the workers were forced to work as bonded labor, and they were not even paid minimum wages. There were also a lot of children working. Okay, now, the Supreme Court treated this letter as a writ under Article 32. So, now let's look onto the judgment. Now, the Supreme Court said that the labor class of the country do not need to follow procedural rules of the court. You must know this. Now, you must know that the labor class is considered as a weaker section. So, the weaker section or the labor class of the country do not need to follow procedural rules of the court, and this is the utmost duty of the court to issue directions to the concerned authorities to keep an eye on the condition of workers, and by keeping an eye on the condition of workers, the different labor laws would be fully applied and the exploitations of the workers would be ended. The Supreme Court in the judgment also highlighted the principle of equal pay for equal work. As you know, that women were getting rupees 7 and men were getting rupees 8 for a day. So the Supreme Court said that this is immoral and there should be equal pay for equal work, The Supreme Court also said that the non payment of minimum wages to the workers engaged in different schemes is violation of the right to livelihood with human dignity. You know, our income is somewhere associated with our dignity, and as here the workers were doing work free of cost, they were doing bonded labor. So the Supreme Court said that this is not done, the Supreme Court said that this is not done, and non-payment of the non-payment of minimum wages to the worker engaged in different schemes is violation of the right to livelihood with human dignity. And in this case, in this judgment, Justice P.N. Bhagwati quoted that the workers are provided rights and benefits under several laws so that the human dignity is maintained. And if they are deprived from their right, it will be violation of Article 21. Now, you must know what Article 21 is. So, it is the protection of life and personal liberty. Article 21 states that no one shall be deprived from his or her life, and no one can be deprived from personal liberty except an established procedure. And right to free and compulsory education 2009 also comes under Article 21. This is a fact you must know. So now you must know that Article 21 is protection of life and personal liberty, and Article 23 is right against exploitation. So I hope the topic and video is clear to you. Thank you so much. Have a great day.